Talk a little bit about the promotion days, and especially quote-unquote rave days, that a lot of this music you guys are writing has been influenced by. Living here in Atlanta, which also goes through a lot of changes, probably 4 or 5 even since then. How has that influenced the music that you guys are doing, as the time changes and how, Atlanta changes?
I'll say a little bit, and then you should say something. I was really heavy into the rave scene from maybe like we went to parties in like '96, '97, and I wouldn't consider myself really part of it then, and I grew more and more involved and more interested. And when we picked up Kids with Codenames as a performance act, we started playing like basic tribal mashup, house mashup stuff using Ableton Live. We were one of the first people that I know of to use Ableton Live in the clubs, playing clips, loops. So we did it that way, and now I think maybe because the rave scene died, that allowed me to really lose interest in trying to continue on with this house thing the way that we had before. There was definitely a lull. Everything's changed in the electronic music scene in Atlanta. It's a natural progression that something that vibrant nationally, even or internationally, as a subculture, was going to blow up, spark, and then burn away. So now I think it's allowed us to come back to our roots and to kind of do the Kairos thing with the production techniques that we've discovered and fine-tuned, and I think it's just going to feel good to sing again on stage and write songwriting rather than just jamming on loops.
Yeah, maybe with like the death of the rave scene that actually opened up, with the death of the rave scene, maybe that gave us a little bit more room to be creative and not feel so locked into a genre and being expected to play exactly what people wanted to hear. So I don't know, maybe the death of the rave scene was a good thing for me creatively, but I think music-wise, what I was influenced most by was the dark and dingy drum and bass rooms that were just the most evil stuff emanating from them. You walk in, it's just dark, there's no lighting, and it's just that death sentence, that synth growl that you hear. That's what I call it, the death sentence, just that meow, meow, meow. And that, that influenced me. Steve is a real big house head, so, we're playing house, but I'm trying to get that nasty evil shit in there.
Yeah. So how does that work with you guys? It seems like, you're maybe more into some darker stuff, more industrial possibly, maybe more rock. Not that you're not into rock, but you're definitely more a house person. You're a dancer, Yeah. and you stay at home.
Yeah.
Is there a great balance in that? Does it help you guys in the studio?
Yeah, that's our biggest. We're half as good without each other. Like all the music I make, I think it's good until Steven shows up. But
yeah, the dichotomy between it is completely insane. I mean, we bring the elements to the mix that are needed in the other person's contribution completely. So it's totally a balance, and it's a balance between our personalities and it's a balance between our interests. But I mean, we meet in the middle in a lot of ways, of course.
Our talents are definitely way different, and we've over the years we've figured out our roles. So now it's not so difficult, when something that, I am not that great, I'm not that good at comes up, I'm like, Steven, do your thing, I'm gonna go chill,
You guys talked about